This strong man is being held down by terrorists, then began forcing alcohol down his throat. He choked, nearly suffocating, but still refused to give up any intel. Frustrated, they hung him up and beat him mercilessly, yet he remained silent. Eventually, they threw him into a dungeon, crammed together with 12 Soviet POWs. The next day, under his lead, they began planning an escape. They planned to find the ammo dump first, then seize the control center, and finally destroy the machine gun posts. Once everything was in place, he carefully heeded the enemy's firing positions and even managed to turn a traitor to their side. He then approached the American officer, offering Soviet intel in exchange for 5 minutes on the phone with his wife. During the call, he used coded language to inform Soviet command that he will start a riot at 11 o'clock tonight and requested immediate backup. Soon, the American officer sensed something was wrong, hung up the call. The Soviets decoded the message, but their superiors hesitated to act. It was the middle of the Cold War. A direct clash with American forces could spark World War III. To inspire the other POWs to resist, the man crafted a soccer ball out of burlap sacks and started juggling it in the center of the camp, drawing the militants' curiosity. Then he challenged them to a game. His goal was to unite the POWs through the match. Once everyone had their positions, the game began. To fire up the Soviet captives, there were no rules in this game. Whoever scored won. The militants took the first goal and started celebrating, but it lit a fire under the prisoners. They began pushing back. A militant kicked one of the POWs hard, but he didn't give up. Through teamwork and determination, the POWs finally won the match. Soon it will be 11 o'clock at night. The man pretended to offer intel to the US and made his way to the ammo depot. Meanwhile, the other prisoners began their escape. While the militants were deep in prayer, they used blades to cut through the cage and dismantled the dungeon's cover. With help from the turned traitor, they climbed out of the dungeon. Sensing the time was right, while the militants were still praying, the traitor grabbed a machine gun and opened fire. The prisoners also began to take over the various fire points. At the same time, the man knocked out the US officer. He strapped grenades all over his body and threatened the Americans, retreat or die with him. Eventually, the Americans chose to pull out. The remaining militants panicked and fled. The Soviet POWs cheered in victory, but Soviet backup still hadn't arrived. The man used the radio to contact HQ, no response. Before the militants could launch a counterattack, the man rushed to the ammo depot and set up fire positions for defense. Soon, the militants regrouped and launched their assault. They had the numbers and the POWs were quickly overwhelmed. Casualties mounted. He's calling headquarters again. This time, he got a response. No reinforcements were coming. Only one general had disobeyed orders and was waiting for them at the border. Now they had only one choice: fight their way out to the border. A final war was about to begin.